a WikiVidi Documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Raphael Phoenix is an American actor, producer, and activist. For his work as an actor, Phoenix has received a Grammy Award, a Golden Globe Award and 3 Academy Award nominations. Phoenix started acting in television series with his brother River Phoenix and sister Summer Phoenix. His first major film release was in the film Parenthood. During his period as a child actor he was credited as Leaf Phoenix, his self-given name. He later went back to his birth name, Joaquin, and received positive reviews for his supporting work in a wide range of films, most notably for the film adaptation of the novel To Die For and the period film Quills. He received international attention for his portrayal of Commodus in the 2000 historical epic film Gladiator, which earned him a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. He has subsequently earned Best Actor nominations for portraying musician Johnny Cash in the biopic Walk the Line, and for his role as Freddie Quayle, a sex-obsessed alcoholic World War II veteran in the drama film The Master, which won him the Volpe Cup for Best Actor. He and River Phoenix hold the distinction of being the only brothers to be nominated for acting Academy Awards. His other films include the satire film Buffalo Soldiers, the science fiction thriller Signs, the animated film Brother Bear, the historical drama film Hotel Rwanda, the psychological thriller The Village, the documentary Earthlings, the romantic drama Two Lovers, the drama The Immigrant, the romantic science fiction drama Her, the crime comedy drama film Inherent Vice, and the thriller You Were Never Really Here, for which he won the Cannes Film Festival Award for Best Actor. Aside from his acting career, he has ventured into directing music videos, as well as producing films and television shows. He has recorded an album, the soundtrack to Walk the Line, for which he won the Grammy Award for Best Compilation Soundtrack for Visual Media. Phoenix is a social activist, lending his support to a number of charities and humanitarian organizations. He is on the board of directors for the Lunchbox Fund, a non-profit organization which provides daily meals to students of township schools in Soweto of South Africa. Phoenix is also known for his animal rights advocacy. He has been a vegan since the age of 3 and campaigns for PETA and in defense of animals. 1974, 1994, Early Life and Performances. Phoenix was born Joaquin Raphael Bottom in the Rio Piedras district of San Juan, Puerto Rico, to parents from the U.S. mainland. He is the third of 5 children, including River, Rain, Liberty, and Summer, all of whom have also acted. He also has a half-sister named Jodine from a previous relationship of his father's. Phoenix's father, John Lee Bottom, originally from Fontana, California, was a lapsed Catholic of English, German, and French Huguenot ancestry. His mother, Arlene, was born in the Bronx, New York, to Jewish parents whose families were from Hungary and Russia. Arlene left her family in 1968 and moved to California, later meeting Phoenix's father while hitchhiking. They married in 1969, then joined a religious cult, the Children of God, and began traveling throughout South America. His parents eventually became disenchanted with the Children of God. They made the decision to leave the group and return to the U.S. in 1978. They changed their last name to Phoenix, after the mythical bird that rises from its own ashes, symbolizing a new beginning. Around this time, Joaquin began calling himself Leaf, desiring to have a nature-related name like his siblings, and inspired by spending time outdoors raking leaves with his father. Leaf became the name he used as a child actor, until at age 15, when he changed it back to Joaquin. In order to provide food and financial support for the family, the children performed on the streets and at various talent contests, singing and playing instruments. In Los Angeles, his mother started working as a secretary for NBC, and his father worked as a landscaper. Phoenix and his siblings were eventually discovered by one of Hollywood's leading children's agents, Iris Burton, who got the 5 children acting work, mainly doing commercials and television show appearances. At the age of 8, Phoenix made his acting debut alongside his brother River in the television series Seven Brides for Seven Brothers in the 1982 episode, Christmas Song. In his first major role, Phoenix co-starred opposite River in the ABC after-school special Backwards, The Riddle of Dyslexia. Also in 1984, Phoenix made guest appearances in the Murder, She Wrote episode, We're Off to Kill the Wizard, with his sister Summer, and individual episodes of The Fall Guy and Hill Street Blues. After appearing in the CBS television film Kids Don't Tell, Phoenix made his theatrical film debut in Space Camp as Max, a 12-year-old who goes to Kennedy Space Center to learn about the NASA space program and undergoes amateur astronaut training. He guest-starred on the anthology series Alfred Hitchcock Presents episode, A Very Happy Ending, in the same year, playing a child who blackmails a hitman into killing his father. Phoenix's first starring role was in Ruskies, about a group of friends who unknowingly befriend a Russian soldier during the Cold War. Phoenix then appeared in Ron Howard's comedy drama Parenthood, in which he played the withdrawn teenage nephew of Steve Martin's character. The film was well received by critics and grossed $126 million worldwide. Phoenix was nominated for the Young Artist Award for Best Leading Young Actor in a Feature Film for his performance in the film. After establishing himself as a child actor, Phoenix decided to withdraw from acting for a while and traveled to Mexico and South America with his father. On October 31, 1993, 3 days after Phoenix's 19th birthday, his older brother River suffered a drug overdose and died. The call Phoenix made to 911 seeking help for his brother was repeatedly played on radio and television. In response, Phoenix retreated from the public eye for about a year. 1995-1999, returned to acting. During the comeback portion of his career, Phoenix went back to his given name Joaquin and was often cast in supporting roles as conflicted, insecure characters with a dark side. In 1995, he co-starred in To Die For, as the disturbed young man Jimmy who gets seduced by Suzanne Stone to commit murder. Directed by Gus Van Sant, the film was screened out of competition at the 1995 Cannes Film Festival and became a financial and critical success, resulting in a domestic box office total of $21 million. New York Times critic Janet Maslin praised Phoenix's performance, writing, "So pity poor Jimmy. Rivetingly played by Mr. Phoenix with a raw, anguished expressiveness that makes him an actor to watch for. Jimmy is both tempted and terrified by Suzanne's slick amorality. In that, he speaks for us all." In 1997, Phoenix played a small-town troublemaker in Oliver Stone's U-Turn, and a poor man in love with a rich woman in Inventing the Abbotts. The films were received with mostly mixed and negative reviews, respectively, and neither performed well at the box office. The following year, Phoenix starred in Clay Pigeons as a young man in a small town who befriends a serial killer. Budgeted at $8 million, the film became a box office flop, grossing only $1 million and was, like Phoenix's previous projects, not well received by critics. In his next film, 8mm, Phoenix co-starred as an adult video store employee who helps Tom Wells penetrate the underworld of illegal pornography. The film turned out to be a box office success, grossing $96 million worldwide, but found few admirers among critics. 2005, critical acclaim and commercial success. In 2000, Phoenix co-starred in 3 films. He made his first collaboration with director James Gray in The Yards. The film follows the corruption in the rail yards of Queens. Although failing to perform at the box office, The Yards was received with positive reviews. In his next film, Phoenix played Emperor Commodus who killed his father and seized the throne in the historical epic film Gladiator. Directed by Ridley Scott, the film stars Russell Crowe as the Roman general Maximus Decimus Meridius, who is reduced to slavery by Commodus and rises through the ranks of the gladiatorial arena to avenge the murders of his family and his emperor. The film was a massive financial and critical success, becoming one of the highest-earning films of 2000, with a worldwide box office gross of $457 million and received universal critical praise. The film won the Academy Award for Best Picture for his performance. The critic Lisa Schwartzbaum described as deliciously creepy perversity. Phoenix was nominated for the Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actor Motion Picture, the BAFTA Award for Best Supporting Actor, the Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by a Male Actor in a Supporting Role, and received his first nomination for the Academy Award in the category of Best Supporting Actor. He and late brother River Phoenix became the first brothers to get nominated for Acting Academy Awards. To this date, they are alone in holding this distinction. Later, he portrayed the conflicted priest Abbe de Coulmier in Quills. Inspired by the life and work of the Marquis de Sade, the film premiered in the United States at the Telluride Film Festival on September 2, 2000, and was a modest art house success, grossing a total of $17 million at the box office. But it was received with critical praise, eventually receiving 3 Academy Award nominations at the 73rd Annual Academy Awards. And the National Board of Review selected the film as its best film of 2000. For his combined roles, Phoenix won the Broadcast Film Critics Association Award for Best Supporting Actor and the National Board of Review Award for Best Supporting Actor. The following year, Phoenix starred in the satire film Buffalo Soldiers as a U.S. Army soldier. The world premiere was held at the 2001 Toronto International Film Festival in early September. However, being a satire of the U.S. military, the film's wider theatrical run was delayed by approximately 2 years because of the September 11th attacks until it was released on July 25, 2003. Although the film was a box office flop, it was received with mostly positive reviews. Famed critic Roger Ebert praised Phoenix for his spot-on performance. Phoenix was nominated for the British Independent Film Award for Best Actor. Phoenix also starred in M. Night Shyamalan's science fiction thriller Signs. The story focuses on a former Episcopal priest named Graham Hess who discovers a series of crop circles in his cornfield. Hess slowly becomes convinced that the phenomena are a result of extraterrestrial life. The film was a massive financial success, grossing $408 million on its $72 million budget, and was received with positive reviews. Rolling Stone critic Peter Travers praised Phoenix's performance, writing, "Phoenix registers impressively, finding the humor and the pain in this lost boy." In 2003, Phoenix played the irresolute husband of a superstar skater in It's All About Love, and voiced Kenai in the Disney animated film, Brother Bear. The film grossed $250 million worldwide, and was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature. He was replaced by Patrick Dempsey in the sequel Brother Bear 2. In 2004, Phoenix paired with Shyamalan again, playing a love-struck farmer in The Village. It received mixed reviews, but was a financial success, grossing $256 million worldwide on its $60 million budget. For his second film that year, Phoenix starred in the drama film Ladder 49 as a Baltimore firefighter. The film earned $102 million at the box office despite receiving generally mixed reviews. Roger Ebert gave the film 3.5 out of 4 stars, praising the performances in the film. Phoenix's final film of 2004 was Terry George's Hotel Rwanda, playing photographer Jack Daglish. The film was a moderate financial success, but was a critical success, receiving almost exclusively positive reviews from critics. For his performance in the film, Phoenix was nominated for the Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by a Cast in a Motion Picture along with the cast. In 2005, Phoenix starred in the James Mangold-directed film Walk the Line, a Johnny Cash biopic, after Cash himself approved of Phoenix. All of Cash's vocal tracks in the film and on the accompanying soundtrack are played and sung by Phoenix. The film was released on November 18, 2005, eventually grossing $186 million. Phoenix's performance received rave reviews from critics, and it inspired film critic Roger Ebert to write, "Knowing Johnny Cash's albums more or less by heart, I closed my eyes to focus on the soundtrack and decided that, yes, that was the voice of Johnny Cash I was listening to." The closing credits make it clear it's Joaquin Phoenix doing the singing, and I was gobsmacked. For his portrayal of Johnny Cash, Phoenix was nominated for his second Academy Award in the category of Best Actor, as well as the BAFTA Award for Best Actor, Broadcast Film Critics Association Award for Best Actor, and the Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by a Male Actor in a Leading Role. He won the Golden Globe Award for Best Actor Motion Picture Musical or Comedy, and the Grammy Award for Best Compilation Soundtrack for Visual Media for the film's soundtrack. Earlier that year, he narrated Earthlings, a documentary about the investigation of animal abuse in factory farms, pet mills, and for scientific research. He was awarded the Humanitarian Award at the San Diego Film Festival in 2005 for his work and contribution to Earthlings. 2006-2010, producing and self-imposed break. In 2006, Phoenix was invited to join the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. In 2007, Phoenix reunited with director James Gray for the film We Own the Night, which he also produced. In the film, Phoenix played a New York nightclub manager who tries to save his brother and father from Russian mafia hitmen. The film premiered at the 2007 Cannes Film Festival, receiving mixed reviews from critics, and grossed a total of $54.5 million worldwide. Critic Peter Travers described Phoenix as electrifying and then some, and he was awarded the People's Choice Award for Favorite Leading Man for the performance. For his second film of 2007, Phoenix also reunited with director Cary George for the film Reservation Road. In it, Phoenix played a father obsessed with finding out who killed his son in a hit-and-run accident. The film failed at the box office and received negative reviews from critics, with film critic Peter Travers writing, "Even the best actors and I'd rank Joaquin Phoenix and Mark Ruffalo among their generation's finest can't save a movie that aims for tragedy, but stalls at soap opera." Phoenix made his third collaboration with director James Gray in the film Two Lovers, where he played a bachelor torn between the family friend his parents wish he would marry and his beautiful, but volatile new neighbor. Two Lovers premiered in competition at the 2008 Cannes Film Festival in May, receiving largely positive reviews, especially Phoenix, who was praised by film critics David Edelstein, who wrote, "He, Phoenix, is, once again, stupendous, and stupendous in a way he has never been before," and Roger Ebert describing his performance as perfect pitch. Two Lovers grossed $16 million worldwide. Phoenix's mockumentary film I'm Still Here premiered at the 67th Venice International Film Festival on September 6, 2010. The film was directed by Phoenix's then brother-in-law Casey Affleck and was also written by Affleck and Phoenix himself. The film purports to follow the life of Phoenix, from the announcement of his retirement from acting, through his transition into a career as a hip-hop artist. Filming officially began on January 16, 2009 at a Las Vegas nightclub. Throughout the filming period, Phoenix remained in character for public appearances, giving many the impression that he was genuinely pursuing a new career. Although widely suspected to be a mockumentary, the fact that the events of the film had been deliberately staged was not disclosed until after the film had been released. The film received mixed reviews and failed at the box office. After the releasing of the film, Phoenix took a self-imposed break from acting. 2012 present, comeback and critical acclaim. In 2011, it was announced that Phoenix would return to acting in Paul Thomas Anderson's drama film The Master. Phoenix played Freddie Quell, a sex-obsessed alcoholic World War II veteran from Lynn, Massachusetts, struggling to adjust to a post-war society. The film premiered at the Venice Film Festival, where Phoenix won the Volpe Cup for Best Actor. The art house film only grossed $28 million, but was received with universal critical acclaim, with the acting performances receiving high praise, especially Phoenix. Peter Travers of the Rolling Stone gave Phoenix high praise, stating, "Joaquin Phoenix in the performance of his career. Phoenix wears the role like a second skin. He's a volcano in full eruption. You can't take your eyes off him." His performance was publicly lauded by fellow actors Daniel Day-Lewis, Jessica Chastain, and Robert Duvall. Phoenix received his third Academy Award nomination, his second for Best Actor, as well as nominations for the Golden Globe Award for Best Actor Motion Picture Drama and BAFTA Award for Best Actor. In 2013, Phoenix starred in romantic science fiction comedy drama film Her, directed by Spike Jonze. In it, Phoenix plays Theodore Twombly, a man who develops a relationship with Samantha, an intelligent computer operating system personified through a female voice. It had its premiere at the New York Film Festival on October 12, 2013. Her had a worldwide gross of $47 million and received widespread critical acclaim, along with Phoenix's performance. Film critics Manohla Dargis and David Edelstein agreed that no other actor could have done the role but Phoenix, stating, "Her is even harder to imagine without Mr. Phoenix, an actor who excels at exquisite isolation. And, it's hard to imagine someone more affecting than Phoenix in the role," respectively, and Phoenix received his fourth nomination for the Golden Globe Award. The film was nominated for 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Also in 2013, Phoenix collaborated with director James Gray for the 4th time in the drama film The Immigrant. He starred as Bruno Weiss, a pimp who prostitutes Polish immigrant Eva, and ends up falling for her. It was screened at the 2013 Cannes Film Festival as well as at the 2013 New York Film Festival. The film was released in the United States on May 16, 2014. The Immigrant was not successful at the box office, but received positive reviews from critics. In 2014, Phoenix reunited with director Paul Thomas Anderson for the crime-comedy drama film Inherent Vice, the first adaptation of a Thomas Pynchon book. Phoenix played the role of Doc, a private investigator and hippie/dopehead trying to help his ex-girlfriend solve a crime. Inherent Vice premiered as the centerpiece at the New York Film Festival on October 4, 2014 and went nationwide on January 9, 2015. It was met with mostly positive reviews, with many critics praising the film for its acting performances, while some were frustrated by its complicated plot. However, it only grossed $11.1 million at the box office. Phoenix was nominated for his 5th Golden Globe Award for his performance. Phoenix starred in the 2015 mystery comedy drama Irrational Man, directed by Woody Allen. The film was screened out of competition at the 2015 Cannes Film Festival, received mixed to positive reviews, and began a theatrical release on July 17, 2015. Phoenix narrated his second documentary for Nation Earth about animal rights called Unity. It was released on August 12, 2015. In his first film released in 2018, Phoenix portrayed Jesus in Garth Davis' Mary Magdalene, opposite Rooney Mara. It was released in the United Kingdom on March 16, 2018 to mixed reviews. The film's original distributor has been the cause of the film's delayed US release. Later, Phoenix starred as Joe, a former FBI agent and Gulf War veteran suffering from PTSD, in the Amazon Studios thriller You Were Never Really Here, written and directed by Lynn Ramsey. The film premiered in competition at the Cannes Film Festival, where it received wide critical acclaim, and won Phoenix the Cannes Film Festival Award for Best Actor. The film began its US release on April 6, 2018. Many critics agreed the performance is one of Phoenix's best to date, with Justin Chang of the Los Angeles Times describing it as the most rivetingly contained work of his career. He reunited with director Gus Van Sant in his third feature of the year, the biopic Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot, in which he portrayed cartoonist John Callahan. The film was released on July 13, 2018 and Phoenix's lead performance received critical acclaim. He co-starred in Jacques Audiard's English-language debut in the adaptation of Patrick DeWitt's historical novel, The Sisters Brothers. The film was released on September 21, 2018. Brought to you by Wikividi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?